the magic of deep learning is that it gets better with data. You said there's a huge inflow of data, but the thing about driving, the really valuable data to learn from is the edge cases. So how do you, I mean, I've heard you talk somewhere about autopilot disengagements being an important moment of time to use. Is there other edge cases, or perhaps can you speak to those edge cases, what aspects of them might be valuable, or if you have other ideas how to discover more and more and more edge cases in driving?
Well, there's a lot of things that I learned. There's certainly edge cases where, say, somebody's on autopilot and they take over. And then, okay, that's a trigger that goes to a system that says, okay, did they take over for convenience, or did they take over because the autopilot wasn't working properly? There's also, like, let's say we're trying to figure out what is the optimal spline for traversing an intersection. Right. Then the ones where there are no interventions are the right ones. So you then say, okay, when it looks like this, do the following. And then you get the optimal spline for a complex, navigating a complex intersection.
So that's for this. So there's kind of the common case. So you're trying to capture a huge amount of samples of a particular intersection, when things went right. And then there's the edge case where, as you said, not for convenience, but something didn't go exactly right. Somebody
started manual control from autopilot. And really, like, the way to look at this is view all input as error. If the user had to do input, there's something, all input is error.
That's a powerful line to think of it that way, because it may very well be error. But if you want to exit the highway, or if you want to, it's a navigation decision that all autopilot is not currently designed to do, then the driver takes over. How do you know the difference?
That's going to change with Navigate and Autopilot, which we've just released. And with that still confirmed. So the navigation, like lane change based, like asserting control in order to do a lane change, or exit a freeway, or doing a highway interchange, the vast majority of that will go away with the release that just went out.
Yeah, so that I don't think people quite understand how big of a step that is.
Yeah, they don't. So if you drive the car, then you do.
So you still have to keep your hands on the steering wheel currently when it does the automatic lane change. So there's these big leaps through the development of autopilot, through its history, and what stands out to you as the big leaps? I would say this one, Navigate an Autopilot without having to confirm, is a huge leap.
It is a huge leap. It also automatically overtakes slow cars. So it's both navigation and seeking the fastest lane. So it'll overtake slow cars and exit the freeway and take highway interchanges, and then we have traffic light recognition, which is introduced initially as a warning. I mean, on the development version that I'm driving, the car fully stops and goes at traffic lights.
So those are the steps, right? You've just mentioned something, sort of inkling of a step towards full autonomy. What would you say are the biggest technological roadblocks to full self-driving?
Actually, I think we just, the full self-driving computer that we just, the Tesla, what we call the FSD computer, that's now in production. So if you order any Model S or X or any Model 3 that has the full self-driving package, you'll get the FSD computer. That's important to have enough base computation. Then refining the neural net and the control software, but all of that can just be provided as an over-the-air update. The thing that's really profound, and what I'll be emphasizing at the that investor day that we're having focused on autonomy, is that the cars currently being produced, with the hardware currently being produced, is capable of full self-driving.
But capable is an interesting word, because
like the hardware is.
Yeah, the hardware.
And as we refine the software, the capabilities will increase dramatically, and then the reliability will increase dramatically, and then it will receive regulatory approval. So essentially, buying a car today is an investment in the future. You're essentially buying you're buying. I think the most profound thing is that if you buy a Tesla today, I believe you are buying an appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset.